Hey guys, my name is Sam. Welcome to episode number 5 of Adventure to Ascension. So currently I am heading to a boss which I haven't actually done in quite a long time actually, which is quite surprising as this boss is actually probably my most favourite boss in RuneScape, and that is the Dagonoth Kings. I haven't been in a while, mainly just because I've just been doing other bosses. That's really the main reason, but I've decided to finally go back to Dagonoth Kings and try them out. And there is actually one difference between now and before I did them, and that is because they've increased the spawn rate of the Dagonoth Kings. So I'm gonna test that out, see how it is, and if it's really fast and that, then I'm just gonna have to adapt to it, I suppose. But I'm usually quite good and experienced at Dagonoth King, so it really shouldn't be a problem unless it is really fast. But I'm gonna head down into them now and start killing them. And I'm looking back on the comments for episode 4. I asked a couple of questions like, what would you like to see in these episodes more, and a lot of you said to actually show more combat. And I know where you're coming from. When I do make these videos, I do try and show as much combat as I can, but the problem is I'm not really good at multitasking, and especially if I'm doing like a boss like Dagonoth Kings and trying to talk at the same time, it really doesn't work. So currently right now I'm doing a voiceover, and it's just a lot easier for me to do this. And it might be weird seeing as I've done like multiple live streams at Dagonoth Kings, but for live streaming it just feels different. It just feels easier. You don't need to worry about it actually going into a proper video and going on YouTube and all of that. So that's why I find it easier to live stream and do boss at the same time compared to doing videos and live recordings too. It's weird, but it's just the way I am, I suppose. So yeah, I'm going to make sure to definitely try and record a lot more combat in these episodes, because I know you guys love these episodes, and to be honest, I love making them. It does take a while for me to do these sometimes if I'm getting unlucky, but from the ratings that you guys give them, it is really something that is on like the top of my list for things to get done. And I'm always doing Adventure to Ascensions in game, to try and get a video out as soon as I can. But yeah, like always, I'm going to continue killing the Dagonoth Kings and hopefully pick up some loot, and we'll go from there. Okay, so the first drop I did get at Dagonoth Kings is a clue scroll elite. Always going to be elite. I never really pick up the hard clue scrolls ever, just because I get rubbish loot from them. Even from the elite clue scrolls, I get rubbish loot from them as well. But there's always that added chance of getting the third age, I suppose. That's why I do it. But that's really all I got from this trip. It was actually quite unlucky. Probably actually my first time to not actually get a ring or hatchet from the Dagonoth Kings. I've done these quite a lot, and I always usually seem to end up with at least one. But adding all of the loot into the price checker now, it does add up to a total of 2 mil. So not really the greatest at Dagonoth Kings. I mean, it's still a fair bit of money, but you usually want to end up with like 5 mil plus from Dagonoth Kings, especially when I did kill quite a lot as well. But not too bad. Happy with everything I got as always, and I'll probably just go back there again whenever I've got time. But I think for now, what I'm going to do is my clue scroll, and hopefully pick up some loot like always, and I will see you in the next clip for the loot. Okay, so I have the casket in my invent like always, and let's see what loot I'm going to get from it. Here we go, and there we go, which is actually quite surprising, the loot I got. So we got a Bandos helmet and also an ancient plate body. From this moment in time, I didn't actually know how much they were, but I knew at least that they were something different from an elite clue scroll, and I was really hoping they're worth a bit. They're not worth the most, but definitely more than the average clue. Just them two adding together to 650k, making the whole clue scroll worth quite a nice amount of 746k, which is very good. First clue scroll in a while, which is actually reasonably good, so happy about that. So the new Celestial Dragons came out into RuneScape, and I wanted to check them out and try and camp them just to see if I can get any of the cool new loot. And the new loot they drop is the Dragon Rider armor. Currently, well, when I was doing this, it was worth like quite a lot of money. Maybe I think the plate body is in the region of 15 to 20 mil. So I was just camping here, something different, something new, I suppose, and I did enjoy it. So I was just doing testing my luck and seeing if I could actually get something good from these, and I did actually manage to get something, which is cool, and that is the Dragon Rider cape. It did actually take me quite a while to get this. It wasn't something I got instantly, and it was really my only good drop here. I did get an effigy, but apart from that, it was the Dragon Rider cape and that. from it. You do get a lot of smaller loot. These dragons are based on summoning, so you get a lot of summoning supplies, as you can see in my invent. But like I said, the main loot is the Dragon Rider cape, which I did actually go to sell on the G as soon as I could, just because I knew if I held on to it, it would probably go down in price. And I did end up selling it for 3 mil on the Grand Exchange, which isn't too much, but at the same time, it was more than I thought when I was going to get here. You know, I was never really expecting to get a drop. I was sort of just here for a bit of fun, and you know, a drop is a drop, and I'm happy to get it. Okay, so after being at Celestial Dragons for a while, I did actually want to price check all of the loot which I managed to pick up, and surprisingly it does add up to a nice bit. I'm going to chuck it all in there. It adds up to 9.3 mil, which is very, very nice. It did actually work out. It's probably about 2 mil an hour, and you also get about 200 Crimson Charms now as well, so it's not too bad. It's definitely not worth it for me when I can do other bosses for more money, but if you are slightly low leveled and you want a bit of money, maybe a bit of ranged XP as well, then definitely go to Celestial Dragons and try them out. So very happy with 9.3 mil, did add up actually quite fast, and I got a whole load of charms with it too, which is very nice. I do actually have quite a lot of Crimsons now, I think over 11k, which is crazy. So I did decide to head back to Dagon of Kings because I really actually wanted to get a drop here. I felt like I had unfinished business, and I did actually manage to get one. The first being a Archer's Ring, which if I add that to the price checker, is actually 1 mil. You guys can't see the price checker on here, but you can see the drop. I have actually seen the price now, and 1 mil for the Archer's Ring isn't too bad, I suppose. I still want to try and get that Dragon Hatchet, but it is very nice. And then shortly afterwards I managed to get a Warrior's Ring as well, which is actually surprisingly only like 300k, which is a lot cheaper than I thought. I suppose it's just because like there's better rings out there, such as the Berserker Ring, Onyx Ring, and all of that. Now it's just kind of put to the side and no one really uses it, but they were the 2 rings I actually got from that trip. Didn't get any Dragon Hatchets, unfortunately. I seem just to be dry on them now. I did actually manage to do a trip before, you guys might have seen it, where I got 5 Dragon Hatchets in one trip. But yeah, dry on the Dragon Hatchets right now, but I probably will head back to Dagon of Kings again in the future, and you know, actually try and see if I can get some of them hatchets. Okay, so I've done a price check of my tab because it is actually starting to fill up now, and it does actually add up to about 25 mil. Might be more if I sell everything on the GE, but 25 mil is actually enough for me to actually buy 50 Tertius keys, which is of course the next boss I need to kill in the Ascension dungeon. So that is what I'm going to do. This is how I do it on the series. As much as soon as I've got enough money to buy 50 keys, then that's when I start the tab. And yeah, I'm going to sell it to the G now, and hopefully actually get the full amount. I believe 50 Tertius keys is about 18 mil, so I should be well into actually buying them. So I'm going to sell them all now, and I will show you the finishing clip of me you know, buying the keys and all of that stuff. Okay, so here we are on the Grand Exchange, just finished selling my final item. I got 15 mil in the money pouch right there, but if I take out the remaining money from my bank, it does add up to 27 mil, which is easy enough for me to buy 50 Tertius keys and give me a good shot of trying to get the Tertius signet as well. Would be nice to actually try and get the signet in the first 50 keys, because that's not actually happened yet. There's always going to be that chance of me doing that. The drop rate is about 1 in 64, so right now I'm on track. The first key, or the first signet, took me 62 kills, and then the second one was 53, so I'm doing pretty well at the moment, but I've just got to hope for every signet that it's not going to take a while, and hopefully I can get it in like the first 10. That'd be just amazing. Okay then, so I am heading off to the Ascension dungeon with all of my Tertius keys. Well, not literally all of them, but with some of them, and hopefully, like I keep saying, we can get this signet early on and we can move away from this boss, because I have actually seen some videos of it and it does seem a little complicated compared to the other ones. I mean, I say complicated, probably just more harder. Like, it's not too hard to figure out how to do it, but this boss spawns like minions, and if you hit certain ones they stun you, and of course for this type of boss you need to keep running around, so you got to look out for that, and stuns are just OP as hell. So it's gonna probably take me a couple of times to get used to this. I probably will die every now and then, but you know, as always, I will just adapt to it after a while, and I will find it probably easy at the end of it. But all I can hope for is to maybe get it on the first kill. That'd be epic. Like, even for any of these signets, to get one in like the first kill, or even maybe the first 10 kills, would be, you know, really, really cool, and it would save me quite a lot of money. But do remember, I will actually have to do all of these bosses again to make the offhand crossbow as well. So it's gonna be a big series still. Hopefully you guys are still enjoying it and all of that. So I did actually get a couple of drops from this boss, including 2 ceramic scales. You know, nothing to shout about, you know, too much about this. I mean, it's just ceramic scales. They've been in the game for a while now, and their value has dropped down, but they are still about 300k, which isn't too bad, I guess. It's one of the best drops here at the Ascension bosses. I mean, apart from the signet, I suppose that would be the best drop. But you know, 2 ceramic scales, not too bad. It's about 600k in total, and of course you get all the little drops as well per kill, which do actually add up quite nicely. It's actually quite a nice money maker, I suppose. But of course I'm here for the signet. So what I'm going to do, guys, is end the episode here, and most likely in episode 6 you will see me get the signet from Tertius, hopefully, if it goes to plan, and we can continue from there. But I really do hope you guys are enjoying this. I mean, I say that every time, but I do know you guys are enjoying this because you guys just thumb these videos up so much, it's just insane. And when I see that, I do purposely try and get these videos out faster so you guys can watch them. So thank you very much for that, and if you have enjoyed this episode as well, throw it a big thumbs up, and I'll try and get episode 6 out as fast as I can. But guys, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.